So picture this. Imagine you've reached the absolute pinnacle of human knowledge. You've mastered every science, every art, but instead of feeling fulfilled, you just feel empty. This is the crisis of Faust, a scholar who learned everything only to realize he had experienced absolutely nothing. And this is where our story really kicks off. You see, for Faust, he's trapped. The very library that holds all the wisdom of the ages, it's become his prison. All that knowledge has brought him as what he calls uninterrupted rest, which is really just a kind of living death. He feels like a ghost in his own life, having learned everything but felt nothing real. Now, this deep, gnawing dissatisfaction fuels this immense longing, an ambition you can almost picture as an arrow. But here's the thing about Faust's arrow. It isn't aimed at a new beginning or some fresh discovery. No, it's aimed at an end. Faust is desperately searching for a final, perfect moment of rest, where all his striving can just stop.
And this is his ultimate goal. He's not looking for more facts in a book. He's hunting for a single transcendent moment, one so beautiful, so perfect, that he could just look at it and say, "Stay, you are so fair," and be totally content for it all to end right there. That one moment would make his entire life's struggle worthwhile.
But I mean, how do you find a moment of such divine perfection here in the mortal world? Well, Faust's solution is pretty dramatic. He decides to reach beyond the natural world, making a pact with the devil himself, Mephistopheles, to finally break out of his prison of knowledge and find that one ultimate experience.
Okay, so the terms of the bargain are actually pretty simple, but boy are they profound. Mephistopheles will give him magic, youth, and any earthly desire he can dream of. And the price? The second Faust finds that perfect bliss and says those magic words, "Stay, you are so fair," his soul is forfeit. He's basically outsourcing his will, depending on this external force to finally make him live.
And yet, even with all this unlimited power, Faust is still restless. You'd think he'd be happy, right? Nope. He's like a bridge, leading away from that dry world of theory, but he's still desperately searching for a shore to land on. He's still looking for redemption from some outside source. And then, on a sun-scorched mountaintop, Faust meets someone completely different. This isn't a demon offering a deal, it's a prophet named Zarathustra. And Zarathustra doesn't offer easy answers. Instead, he offers a mirror. And right here, the two paths just completely split. You've got Faust, who's seeking redemption. He's depending on an external force to grant him a final rest. And then you have Zarathustra, who preaches the exact opposite, affirmation. This means radical self-reliance. And, get this, embracing the struggle itself as the goal. So, Zarathustra hits Faust with his powerful, mind-bending philosophical test. He asks him to consider the eternal recurrence. This isn't about an afterlife, it's all about this life. He says, imagine you had to live this very moment, and all the others, on an infinite loop forever. Would you still want it? It's a question that completely flips the whole meaning of value on its head. With that one question, Zarathustra he cuts right to the very heart of Faust's quest. He challenges the fundamental idea that life is just a journey toward a destination. Why, he asks, are you so focused on finding an end? What if the journey is the whole point? This whole confrontation, it opens up a totally new path. Zarathustra offers a powerful alternative to the man of knowledge that Faust represents. He introduces a new ideal, a whole new vision of what humanity could become. He calls this ideal the Übermensch, or Overman. And listen, this isn't just about being a better human. It's about becoming a different kind of human. The Übermensch doesn't follow old rules or look for validation from the outside. They overcome their own limits and create their own meaning, their own values, entirely from within. Zarathustra sees humanity as this transitional state. He says we are a rope stretched over an abyss, stuck between our animal past and the future potential of the Übermensch. It's a dangerous, shaky journey where standing still means you fall. The only way is forward. Okay, so let's break this down. The contrast between these two figures becomes crystal clear. Where Faust is ultimately judged by some external morality, Zarathustra says, no, create your own values. Where Faust needs the devil to get things done, Zarathustra demands total self-reliance. And here's the biggest one. Where Faust seeks a final objective truth for redemption, Zarathustra sees truth as something we create to affirm this life, not to escape it. This is the light bulb moment for Faust, a profound realization. Zarathustra's challenge completely inverts his entire worldview. The arrow of his longing is about to be totally reforged and re-aimed at a brand new target.
And in this new light, Faust looks at Mephistopheles and doesn't see a master anymore. He sees a tool. The devil is just an instrument for his own ambition, his own will to power. And with that single thought, his whole quest for external redemption, it just vanishes.
This changes everything. The old Faust, remember, he pleaded for a perfect moment to stay so he could finally rest. The new Faust, the one who embraces this eternal journey, commands the moment to return again and again and again. He doesn't want rest anymore. He wants to live it forever.
So who is this transformed Faust? He is the Faustian Übermensch. He is no longer just a scholar who consumes knowledge. He is a creator who makes his own meaning. He operates beyond old ideas of good and evil, and he embraces the struggle, the striving itself as the highest good there is. He's not looking for a shore anymore. He's stepped right off the bridge to become a climber.
And that really is the core lesson of this entire transformation. It's such a powerful reframing of purpose. The meaning of life isn't found at the destination, at that shore you're trying to land on. It's found in the journey itself, in the flight of the arrow.
So that leaves us with a pretty big question for ourselves, doesn't it? When you think about your own ambition, your own arrow of longing, where is it aimed? Is it pointing towards some final destination where you can finally rest? Or is the goal the flight itself?